Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Path of Enlightenment Tarot. For those of you returning to the channel, welcome back. And for those of you who are new, welcome. I am Nicole Collective. I hope everybody is doing well. This is going to be your daily reading for Monday, January 15th. Guys, I did get all water and earth signs done for the weekly. I'm going to get out the fire and air here before long. So you may see those pop up later on this evening. I'm going to tell you too, I have had terrible issues with service as far as uploads, contacting me. I don't know what's going on. So, well, I do know what's going on. Bad, crappy, cold weather, power outages, all that good stuff is what's going on. So I am kind of like being affected by that. So if you don't see things uploading right away or aren't uploaded right away, please be patient. Know that they're coming. It's just a work in progress because of this weather. Hopefully wherever you are, it's warmer than it is here because it's really stinking cold. So, all right, with that collective, hope you guys, excuse me, are dealing well, doing well. I see healing on the bottom of the deck. But this is going to be your read for Monday, January 15th. Again, I hope you guys are doing fantastic and hopefully your weekend was good and relaxing. Change and allowance. Listen, I got the chills from head to toe right off the bat. You know, I'm watching a lot of things transpire, and I've talked to a lot of people. You know, I'm doing what I do all the time, and when we become in such a flexible place of that allowance with the universe of the change that comes in, like you can't, when you get out of your own way, the blessings that come in are like tenfold. Like you can't, I don't think you can fully grasp how much is going to change in your world. How that one little way of thinking, Spirit is saying, is going to change how you, either like the rest of your life will probably go, or the journey that you're being set out on. And I'm going to tell you, since I've opened this channel, I've used this sacred geometry deck, and I don't think that change card has ever come out that I can remember. Funny, it comes out the week of Pluto and Aquarius. There's significant impact to the changes that are taking place here, collective, and I'm going to tell you, I feel like they're positive. They're a beautiful magnetism of positive energy. Now, that does not mean that we're not going to have situations and things that are going to challenge us. It doesn't mean smooth sailing from here on out, but you're also learning how to move through this time, you know, being that flexible person that you need to be, that flexible mind that you need to be to make these moves. Now, universal love came out in this upside down perception. Listen, yesterday, if you've watched the readings, perception came out, I would say, for at least 4 out of 6 of you, if not more. That was in a completely different deck that I started using, the Divination of the Ancients. And I've had this deck for a long time, I've just never used it. What comes out with this universal love in the reverse? Perception and consciousness. Listen, listen, Linda, right? Like, this universal love coming out in the reverse, guys. Some of you could be a little more in the mind space than you are in the heart right now because of these changes that are happening, or you're seeing that things are not quite as you once believed them to be. So we've talked about the structures, the traditions, you know, all of those things that stem around Pluto and Aquarius. We're talking about, you know, our beliefs, it just, you know, structures, excuse me, in general. Part of this change is going, I've been a part of something for so long, and I seen how it came out to be. And it's like, when you were in that space before, you could have loved it, nurtured it, cared about whatever it was. I'm not saying that you don't have that now with this universal love in the reverse, but you're realizing the breakdowns of how emotionless, how empty something is or was that is no longer suiting of you, and that need to be flexible with the universe and asking yourself, do I have the love that I desire? Do I have the internal love for myself and for others the way that I should? You know, am I vibrating on a frequency of love rather than anger or hate or greed or, you know, anything that is like associated to the ego in an unhealthy way. What is your perception? And it supports your natural curiosity to move. And that movement is change. So when you're looking at this, it's like, where can I go where the love is? Where can I go where I feel something, where I feel ignited, whether this is a passion, a desire, creative, this is, you know, expressions of love or just happiness and joy. Where do I move to get to that side of things? Because that's really what my soul is craving. And you're becoming aware. Consciousness, you're becoming aware, not just in the subconscious mind of you feel this yearning for something that doesn't quite make sense and you're not seeing it anymore. There's something about your 3D world, there's something about what's going on in front of your face that says, I consciously see this runs, what sat beneath the surface is now coming to the surface, and it's coming to life right before my eyes, and I see it now. Big changes. Big changes. All right, what else for the collective? I have one card on the table. Soul time. I just said, what does your soul crave? And then allowance coming out at the bottom. Listen, this is a time of like incubation for you guys. This soul time allows us to see the possibility of the new reality for ourselves to emerge. I feel like too, and I noticed this the other day, and I'm not real sure what was going on, but I remember thinking to myself, like, time is bullshit, right? Like, and we've all heard that, like, there is no time. Tarot is timeless. Life is timeless. There's infinite. It's infinite. It goes on forever. We made up this thing to put us on a schedule so we can play by the rules of everybody else. I can't sit still today. I'm so sorry. I'm trying to quit smoking, so I'm like, I'm antsy. But it's like, with that, you're starting to realize that for some of you, this conception and soul time and allowance, if you've gotten yourself to a point where, I don't know, we'll just say, you know, that was the thing for a little while, 40 is the new 30, right? You may be looking at the time of your life where you're like, I'm getting older. And there's a little bit of awareness coming into your age as we relate it to be here in the human experience. But you're also realizing, it goes back to that verbiage of, you're only as old as you feel. Conception. It's the place where everything becomes new. It is the place where everything is born again. It is a place where all possibility exists in conception. And I feel like for you guys, you're starting to see that. This change is emitting, and you're starting to see that there's more to this, or more to this existence, by way of love, beliefs, jobs, your time, your energy, your efforts, than you've ever imagined there could be. We're gonna see these changes. It is the absolute inevitable. For the next 20 years, there's going to be a lot of focus around these sorts of changes, and I think you guys, on a personal note right now, are starting to get these nudges, these feelings, this awareness that you're going to birth. It's like you're birthing a new life for yourself. I personally love this energy. I really, really do. I think it's amazing that we can go from a very temperamented headspace to look at all in the world that we can create and make this beauty. And I'm going to say that as the masses start to change their perception into this way of being, like, you're going to see a whole new wave of, you know, I'm sure for some it'll become a fad and a hot commodity, and ooh, I'm going to join, you know, those jeans and those shoes this week and spend more than I should. But for others that really understand what is happening, like, Spirit just keeps saying it's a rise up. I said it back when the pandemic hit. COVID was meant to divide us. Who was elevating and who was, like, sinking. And then we've seen a lot of stuff happen over the last couple of years. Same thing. The ones who kind of elevated had continued to move upward, right? Ascending. Those who didn't fell into the darks and the depths, and they were doing maybe lying and cheating and stealing and being malicious and just sitting in that lower vibrational energy. And now I feel like with everybody that understands that we are all connected, as it comes together, there's a whole new emergence of people. You know, call it heaven's tribe, if you will. I don't know, whatever you want to label it as. But I'm saying, I'm going to get into like the good versus evil kind of thing, where you're going to see that start to prevail. Where, you know, justices that should have happened a long time ago didn't happen. They're going to start to be shaken out. Lies are going to be start to be shaken out. There's a new conception of the way everybody comes together. Like, I can't help but feel that way. And as I say this again, like, I've got the chills as extra confirmation from like my ears to my toes. This is what's happening. For some people, this is going to rock their core. For others of us, we're like, hell yeah, it's finally happening. You know? You either know or, you know, it's, if you know, you know, right? And for those of us who knew that this day would come, it's coming. It's coming. And I feel like the message here today is that you guys are feeling that shift right now. You're really starting to feel the shift as we move into Pluto and Aquarius. And you should be. You definitely should be. All right. Let's see what else. What else? Spirit. It's like massive timeline jumps, guys. You're going to see this timeline shifts. And it's like, whew, who am I today? Where did this come from? I don't know me. Right? All right, Spirit. For the collective, what do they need to know today? What is the card? What is the message for the collective? First chakra. Archangel Michael. You know, that gives me confirmation of something I was thinking yesterday, so now I know. All right, victory, success lying underneath that at 10, 8 and 10. Karmic cycles. I can't help that. Infinite flow, right? That magician kind of energy as well. 10, victory, success. Look at this. Look at this. Oh my gosh. This to me, I'm going to call this divine feminine energy. I have to. And then even though that universal love is in the reverse, this is telling me that love, like whatever, if you've been in a place for any length of time, collective, where you have been like down, out, felt cut off, emotionalist, that kind of thing, you're not going to be there much longer. You've got the thinking woman, the angel of love, and victory. Now, I've said to you guys before with this particular deck, the woman holding coin reminds me of all the elements except for the queen and all the elements except for the Queen of Cups. For whatever reason, I don't know. I can't explain it to you. I just feel it. Those 3 cups are the representation of every feminine bit of energy that there is. She has got the calculated smarts to know exactly what direction she needs to move. She's written the book. She gets it. She's stable. She's sitting in her castle, standing in her castle. She's looking over what she needs to review. I think there's the yellow. The yellow. There's the sunshine. There's the brightness. She's made informed decisions. She's transformed those decisions. You cannot play her. Angel of love. You know, you think about the Light Seers deck, Queen of Swords. She's got her cup bolted up in the bottom of that little thing she's cruising around in. This one here, she's going, okay. I see, I love, I conquer. I see, I love, I conquer. She's taking it all on. And she, he, it doesn't matter, right? It's the reconstruction of a new foundation. It is where you pour every bit of stability into yourself and others. What are you creating for you? And it is a new flow, a new way of being. It is a new life. I mean, when you come from a place of logically having the wisdom and understanding of where the hell it is that you have been, and you start to rebuild from a place of love, you can't fail. You cannot fail. And I think for some of you, if you've been held back, there's that perception again, that third eye. For some of you, for some time, you've thought about this. Really thought something happened to make you move. And if you haven't started this process yet, it's coming. There's a pause there, right? Before this thinking woman comes out, there's a pause. It's like taking in the information, seeing what's going on, absorbing that and going, okay, what direction, making a decision am I going to go? Whatever way my heart guides me to go. I mean, I can't help but feel like there's such a profound way about this reading. Like, you're going to start off this week, and I don't think you're going to know who you are. And I think by the end of the week, you're going to be somebody else, and you still don't know who you are. Like, where did that come from? Advice, Spirit. Advice for the collective. You guys are done chasing someone else's dream. You're done living somebody else's dream. You're done being in a space of abandonment. It's like, I'm okay on my own, and that stability, you know, you being in that in yourself is, I'm done with the codependencies. A lot of you, I'm going to say at least half of you, are really looking at those abandonment issues, those abandonment wounds that say, I have to have, I'm afraid. And those are lessons from the past. Absolute lessons from the past, but you are learning. Like, I'm not going to run and I ain't going to chase you. Look at that, the Phoenix. New phase and rekindled, renew and growth, changed mind, rise from the ashes. I'm telling you. And I'm going to say this with this mirror here. For every time that you, whether you have a conversation, post a YouTube video, read a deck of cards, go to the grocery store in a light and loving kind of energy, you're reflecting that energy outward to somebody else. And they're seeing that. And you're paving the way, you're creating that ripple effect for change. For that. For them to feel comfortable enough to embrace what they are now coming into for themselves. As you transform, you help others transform. This transformation that we're going through, it's unlike anything else we've ever experienced. And some of you are going to handle this really well. Others of you, it's going to be a little scary. And some people just won't get it. That's part of it, right? 18 on the clock. I'm going to leave it there. You guys found this resonated? I hope it did. I hope it helped you. I hope you guys have a fantastic Monday. Like, share, subscribe, comment. The rest of the signs will be out. And I look forward to doing the next video for you guys. So have a fabulous day, and I'll see you soon. Bye.